you're so deliberate about the type of companies that you're working with too. You mentioned mission-driven companies, and they all tie, in the health and wellness space at some level. When did you know that, or what importance did you place on the need to really say, okay, I'm not going to work on, a SaaS platform that helps, beverages succeed. I want to work on something that really impacts people.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think impact at scale has just sort of always been a value my family placed, and just thinking about where you could have the most value. I actually didn't intend to go into marketing. I planned to become a teacher, and I took a 1 year hiatus, Teach for America, where I was going to teach seventh grade in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to go try this startup experiment out and just fell in love with it. And so I think that alignment with your values, what you feel good about, the impact is really important to excel. I think you can do a job that you don't feel connected to, but if you really want to excel at it and feel fulfilled by it, there has to be some alignment. So that values based
Yeah.
with the team, with the impact, with something unique about the product has always just been a driving factor for me.
Yeah, the mission of the culture, the mission of the lifestyle that the culture
Mhm.
creates the company, or what you're marketing, what you're selling, I think are all real key contributors there. So we're going to break this show down, listeners, into three different segments. And the first segment that we're going to talk about is establishing strategic value tied to business outcomes. Um, so the CMO's role is ever evolving, and it's really moving into not just a marketing strategist, but truly a business strategist as well. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I think the storytelling connective tissue between what we're prioritizing in marketing and what the business is seeing the results of has never been more important to be precise with. Sometimes we think of shortcuts of we in marketing are focused on messaging and positioning, and we assume it'll be clear why the business should care about it and the impact it'll have. But for those who don't focus on it day to day like we do, making the connection between why improving our messaging and positioning is going to impact the bottom line isn't intuitive. And so I think it's more important than ever to really justify the impact, especially as we've gone towards this very quantitative, data-driven approach. The connective tissue between our dashboards and revenue, how they're making the inputs drive those outputs, is really important to finesse with deep qualitative
Yeah.
understanding of our market, of our internal stakeholders, and what we're seeing, because all of the data in the world can't make a decision for us. Being able to back that up with the business impact is so important.
Yeah, I could not agree more. It's very interesting. I think a lot of marketers are, in a bit of a quandary right now over feeling as though they've got to be invited to the C-suite table, even if they're a VP of comms and not, at that C title, um, to have business discussions. What advice do you have for those individuals who feel they've got to be invited versus just walking in and saying, I need to be here?
Yeah, I think you don't need anyone's permission to start making the connection. Cross-functionally, if you can improve the effectiveness of product teams, for example, send an email. Maybe you're not in the physical meeting, but you can start bringing visibility to your work, to your results, sending cross-functional emails or updates that make it visible what you're working on, the impact that it's driving, and why the team should care, including calling out new opportunities. So I like to think of goals as cascading, ideally, starting with the business level strategic vision, going into departmental goals, then, so let's say business level goals, marketing goals, then each department's.
Right.
You don't need permission to make connection between strategic goals that people don't see marketing is driving and having that impact.